recent episode, Sherlock attended John's wedding. I'd quite like Sherlock to attend my wedding too. You know, as the groom. I am in love with that man. Sherlock was so cute in this episode. Oh, his speech made me get so emotional. I could have cried if there weren't like other people watching it with me. I would have got embarrassed if I cried. But I was this close to crying. I bet all of Tumblr cried. So yet again we have another fantastic episode of Sherlock. This one was a bit different to the last one in that instead of being great for it being incredibly clever and them showing off how clever they can be with the plots and stuff, it was actually just very funny. It did have its clever bits nonetheless, but it mainly focused on being very funny, and it was funny. I lolled so much. So I'm going to talk about things that actually happened in it. So as I just mentioned, Sherlock was incredibly cute in this episode. His speech was so great, but the best thing about the speech was probably his reaction to the people's reaction. Yes, when people laughed, he was confused, almost annoyed at them. And the facial expression was just beautiful. Benedict Cumberbatch is a great actor. And it just made me fall in love with Sherlock even more. So we're now over halfway through the third series. I don't like to be able to say that, but there's only 3 episodes. Meh. One thing that I'm curious about, though, that everyone seems to have forgotten about by the end of the episode, are those crimes at the beginning that Lestrade wasn't able to catch the criminal in the act of. Did that sentence make sense? Yeah, probably. What I think is that that was the big bad villain of this series. I think it's got something to do with him. Because other than that, this episode would have no reference to him. Like last episode, he put John in a bonfire, and you saw him at the end looking evil. And next episode, everything's going to be tied together, so you're obviously going to see him then. But nothing happened in this episode that would point towards him. I know it doesn't necessarily point to him, but it's got potential to be something to do with him. I don't know. And imagine if that same villain who was watching them whilst they saved John also watched them when they were getting drunk. How great was that scene? I laughed my ass off. I want to get drunk with Sherlock and John. Even though they're lightweights, it would still be great fun. And how cute is it that they spent the night in jail together? I want to be there with them. I want to be their best friend. I know I've told you about how much I'm in love with Sherlock. I guess I'm also a little bit in love with John. John's a cutie pie too. You know who else though I'm falling in love with? And you probably are too. Mary Morstan. John's new wife. No, not Mary Morstan. Mary Watson. Oh, because it was a wedding. Even though I love Mary, I'm still shipping John Locke. I love it. In fact, no, scratch that. Even though I love Mary and I love John, I'm still shipping Ben Locke. Hashtag it. I'm falling in love with Mary Morstan's character, which makes me think that she's probably going to die or something's going to happen. She's probably going to get put in danger, her and her baby. Yep, sign of 3. John, Mary, and baby John. Mary, baby Watson. Yes, because the sign of 3 was not in fact about Sherlock, which everyone thought. It was about John, Mary, and baby Watson. I don't have baby Watson. That's not a baby belly, that's just a belly. So we're over halfway through series 3 now, and that's kind of sad and scary and upsetting. There's going to be one more episode, one more, and apparently it's going to end on a cliffhanger. Apparently it's a great cliffhanger, apparently it's incredibly puzzling, but I don't really want that. I just want them to live happily ever after and then make series 4 like within a month's time. Can you do that for me? Can someone call Stephen Moffat? Please, tell him, hurry the f*** up. Sorry. Say it nicely just in case he might kill one of my favourite characters off or something. Again! I still miss Amy and Rory, if I'm honest. Sorry, Doctor Who. No, not going to get into that. So the last episode is called His Last Vow, and his last vow was that he was going to protect them both. All 3 of them, in fact, but he had a slip of the tongue just. It wasn't really as him being a clever genius. And so all 3 of them are going to be put in danger, as in Mary, John, and the baby. If Mary dies, I won't be happy. I'll be coming for Stephen Moffat's head. In conclusion, I thought it was just a very funny, a very good episode yet again. I don't know if they'll have a bad episode. I don't think they will. Flip, they've had 2 years to prepare it. Don't spend 2 years preparing the next one. So, anyway, that's the end of my review for episode 2. I wish I could marry Sherlock. If you like this video, do the usual stuff. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, add it to your favourites if you think it's worthy, and I will see you on Monday, where I'll have my next review up. I'll probably be crying for the whole video, but just deal with it. I'm sure I'll have something to say as well, between the heavy sobs. Okay? 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 Thanks, bye. If you haven't seen my last review, check it out. I'll put it up here.
Just